Pizza time.
And here we go. It's episode 44 of A Pizza My Life. I'm Pizza Eric. With me, of course, is the handsome mustachioed Sean Sauce.
Yeah, got the mustache going. It's Movember, so I got to represent.
Yeah. Last year you did this. This is the second year you've done it.
Second year I've done it. I also did not realize I ran out of shaving cream, so I just doing like the little stubble shave here.
Okay.
Otherwise, would have been clean face around, but
I was going to say, yeah, you could do the dry
Looks
shave.
good, man. Looks good.
Could, yeah, that hurts
It's-
though.
Yeah, you got to, it's painful.
Yeah.
With us this week, speaking of facial hair, is a guy who is no stranger to having some facial hair. Longtime friend of mine, number 5, Cameron Camilleri.
Thank
Wait,
you.
number
thank
5?
you. Football.
Football.
Okay.
From football.
I
Cameron
assumed it
the-
was from a sport, but I'm like, I mean, otherwise, like, is he just like ranking you in friends right now? Number 5.
Yeah, no, we don't do that anymore. That's MySpace.
Yeah, that's MySpace. Number
what
5
a
on
time!
my
What a
top
time
eight.
to be alive. Remember, like arguing with people like, "You're my top 8." Like, I'm not yours.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
About the only social media I had, and the reason I don't have social media today. So
You got burned by it. Too many people like, why am I not in your top 8?
Yes.
Remember when they expanded it to like top like 36? It's like, all right, so you
Yeah.
just like
Right.
your friends list.
That was the only friends I
Yeah,
had. Yeah.
yeah. It's like,
Yeah,
all
you
right,
could do,
I
like-
couldn't even fill the
Tom.
36.
Tom's up there.
Tom had to be.
Yeah,
there,
Tom had
my
to be
number
there.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, you had like top 72, and you'd be scrolling through like, where am I? Where
Yeah.
am I? I'm not
I'm
on
there.
here.
I'm there. I made it. Good.
Like,
Hurt your
all right,
feelings so
here we
bad,
go.
didn't it?
Oh, dude. I remember those stupid like middle school. It was middle school for me. I think you guys probably in high school at the time, right? A little bit older.
That hurts.
Maybe.
Sorry,
Wow.
old
That
farts.
hurts.
Wow.
But I remember like those stupid relationships when you're just like she's like, why aren't I in your top 8? Well, because I got my boy over there, and then I got them, and then them.
Yeah.
But that bitch is in there. It's like, all right, I mean, we've been friends. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like,
It's just a
I don't know.
constant argument, man.
Oh
So
yeah. Oh, it was
partially
horrible.
why I was over it.
Horrible.
Cameron, were you ever on Facebook?
No.
Not even for like,
Never.
you never even signed up? You never
have
got
had
tempted?
A single Facebook.
Oh,
I feel like I use Facebook now more so as like a photo like library
yeah.
and an event coordinator
Yeah.
type
A lot of
thing.
people tell me to get on like the other platforms, but I just
You're
You
like,
could do
nah.
Instagram.
I got the snap, you know.
Say you were showing us some fucking
Gorgeous photos.
I can't think of what I was in. Oh, some desktop quality photos.
There you go.
There you go. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd love to get them out there too, but I mean, you know, with copyright infringements and stuff like that, to be honest with you, it scares me because I used to be a photographer, so
But it's your photos, right?
it are my photos. Yep. So I just don't want other people having
Oh
them.
yeah, people would use them for
Yeah.
sure.
You
For
know what
sure.
I'm saying? And that's
That-
not me
that
trying
one-
to be cocky.
No,
but-
no, the one that you showed us, we'll have to put that there.
Yes.
The one that you showed us
Yeah.
is like that. That is a fucking desktop background.
Like I said, I'm going to use it for a photo in
Yes.
you know my new house when I
And
get it.
It'll look
And
great.
Where
Yeah.
were you at for this photo? I mean, we're showing the
This was-
photo in the video, but the
yeah.
people that are listening.
So this was Garmisch. It was when I was snowboarding in the Alps. I went to Switzerland, Austria, Germany. Snowboarded in the Alps all throughout. So
Sick. And
Yeah,
what country is Garmisch in?
Garmisch is in Germany.
Okay.
So that was in Germany.
Sounded Austrian to me.
Yeah, well, they're all like the same.
I said it's all it's all
Austria
the
is
same thing
actually by far the coolest.
Yeah?
Switzerland, no harm to you, Switzerland, but
No offense.
yeah,
They stay
no offense,
neutral. They stay
Switzerland.
neutral. They stay neutral either way. You're
But
good.
no, they're just they're their own people, so they kind of do their own thing, and
Yeah.
it's expensive there. It's the most expensive
heard, yeah.
country in the world.
Yeah.
And they show it. That's where Swarovski crystal or whatever the hell it is comes from, and it's pretty cool. We went to the museum for that. And,
Okay.
but yeah, it's cool over there.
Also, what a like little trap by them too. Like you guys just make crystals,
Yeah,
and you just like
That's
they're
our
so
thing.
expensive.
right.
It
Well, I
makes
mean,
no sense.
so it's all part of the European Union over there, but they're the only ones who have their own money. They're the only ones who have their own rules.
They still have their own money and they're part of the EU.
Yep.
Those bastards. They got a Brexit just like UK.
They make
Yeah.
the rules
Yeah.
over there.
They do.
That's how they're rolling.
It's interesting, but what a beautiful country over
Yeah.
there, man. I mean, just the food, a lot less processed. Just delicious, man.
How good was their chocolate and their cheese?
See, I'm not a sweets guy, so
Cheese.
the cheese was phenomenal, obviously. But I mean, come on, we got Wisconsin, so
But okay, but you
Whoa,
good old USA.
Don't
Come
insult,
on,
don't
man.
insult Wisconsin.
Yeah, no, I love
Wisconsin number one.
no, but you didn't even try like a piece of chocolate, like some Swiss chocolate.
Nah, man, I'm not in. So dark chocolates, I'll do dark chocolate.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm not into sweets, dude. In fact, chocolate's like my least favorite, probably.
I
Ooh.
get you. I'm just saying you're in like You're in Switzerland.
Right.
Yeah.
Swiss chocolate is like
You can smell it.
fucking thing.
And the smell of it makes me sick. So.
Oh, okay.
Really?
I guess that.
Yeah, it's so sweet to me, just like the milk chocolate that everybody eats. So gross, I
Yeah.
cannot do it.
Okay.
Not a dessert guy. Bring me another steak.
Wow. Wow, that's a bold move.
Sir, do you want dessert?
I don't want ice
I'll
cream.
I'll take the 6-ounce fillet. That's my
Yeah.
dessert.
Yeah.
That's
That's
good.
like I said when I was in Italy. I woke up, ate pasta for breakfast. Lunch was pizza.
I mean,
And pasta for dinner.
again, not a bad. That's
That
not a
sounds like
bad day.
Yeah, it's a perfect day to me.
It's not a bad day at all.
Like, pasta for breakfast
Yeah.
needs to be a
Oh,
thing.
Good bolognese right for breakfast.
That
man.
I think is Eric's ideal day is
Yeah.
pasta, pizza, and then probably throw a chicken parm in there at some
Ooh,
point.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Get a little chicken in there.
With
See-
a pizza for dessert.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
That's how you do it
I
in
still like
Italy.
some ice cream.
So
still
you can
take
do
some
the
ice cream.
gelato. You
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
do,
I'll take the gelato, the cannolis.
See, I was thinking that you were gonna
Bring
go
them
like
over.
that Pizza Hut fruit pizza as your dessert. Do you remember those at the buffets?
No.
gross.
Have you never had? Have you
Yes.
ever gone to the Pizza Hut buffet?
Oh, what?
Maybe as a child.
Yeah.
I don't
See,
recall this.
yeah, as a
stuff
child.
very much.
Yeah, I mean, as a young kid, absolutely. You used to
Those
get
don't
taken out of
exist.
school, go to
Oh,
the buffet,
yes.
get a bomb ass salad, and
Yes.
then get so much pizza you
When
don't know what to do straight.
when you had like a doctor's appointment and you get taken out and you're like, all right, well we're out at lunch. You go to the Pizza Hut buffet.
Yeah.
You get those red plastic Pepsi cups. You fucking fill that thing up multiple times.
Yeah.
You go up to the
Load
you
up
go
on
up
your
to the
Mountain Dew.
buffet a ton. Yeah, and then they had the fruit pizza. They always had like an apple one.
Gross.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was I don't know if you've lived if you don't know this.
I
Yeah,
don't think I
mean-
need a fruit pizza to live.
That buffet was the
Just going to the
buffet.
buffet.
You
Oh,
know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
That's what set the precedence for buffets.
For sure.
Then they came in with all this Golden Corral, and
Nah,
it
not the same.
freaks me out. You
Not
know?
the same. I feel like there's just so much stuff that just sits out.
Right.
And you're just like,
Yeah.
Right.
you're like, oh, when is this?
Seafood in
Yeah.
itself,
Oh, you
okay?
get seafood from a buffet. You're asking for diarrhea.
There's a couple different colors of shrimp: gray, uncooked;
Yeah.
pink, cooked;
Yeah.
yellow, green, orange.
Something happened there.
Right. Orange, maybe that's acceptable.
It depends. I don't know. With shrimp, I don't know if you want the like salmon.
Hey,
Yeah.
let's stretch it.
Yeah.
You're like, that's an off pink. That's fine.
So we're here with shrimp expert Cameron.
Yeah. He did say.
Yes,
He did say.
I do not recommend eating the yellow ones.
Not what I was gonna say that you said. You said your
That's-
name ahead of that. What was it? The Spanish for shrimp.
Oh yes, camarones.
See, there you go, Cameron
Camarones.
That's
Camarones.
what all the
Yeah.
Spanish gentlemen at
So
work
it
call
did
me.
work.
Yeah. It's a Spanish word for shrimp.
Yeah.
Yep.
My
like-
introduction for you, I said your last name was Camilleri. I don't know if you caught that.
I did
That is a
catch it.
reference to, of course, from the football days.
Yes.
One of the coaches famously called you Camilleri.
Yeah.
Not your last name, of course, which is Canzaneri,
Yeah, we may have been screwing around in the back practice and
which was a rarity.
it-
Never. Ever.
yeah, never.
This
Before,
is-
there's a guy out there I'd love to give a shout out to. He used to get hit in the head a lot with the football. We won't name any names, but we're thinking of you, buddy.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We all know.
But yeah, it was a rough day. But yeah, so our coach was yelling for us. I was supposed to be up for a play, and long story short, we were in the back, and he's like, "Where the hell's Camilleri?"
Like, me?
It's like, yeah, I guess that's you, Cam. Get up there.
One of the funniest 2 times ever. My second favorite was when we were doing extra point drills, and they hiked the ball, missed the tee. I kicked the ball, and it hit our fucking center right in the butthole.
Wait, were you
Excuse my
kicker?
language. I was.
Excuse
Cameron,
my
yeah.
language
I did.
on butthole.
Excuse me. No, I have something before that.
Excuse my fucking language.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say butthole.
I fucking hit him right in the butthole.
Yeah, he
Sorry
got it
for
right
saying
in the
butthole.
butthole. But man, I've never seen people laugh so
Wait,
hard.
you were the
Oh,
kicker?
my God.
I was the kicker.
Kicker
yeah.
and punter.
Kicker, punter.
See, I just looking at it, I would have assumed like safety.
Yeah, that would have been nice, man. Right?
You
No,
played a
but
little bit of
instead in
defense,
high
did you?
school, I was a dancer. A little bit of corner.
A dancer.
You
Yeah, hold on.
know
No,
this?
can we get into this?
Oh my god!
Wait,
let's
what?
go. Here we go.
Anyone looking at this video, the last thing I would have imagined is dancer.
Yeah, man, I
Dancer.
did. I did hip hop, modern, breakdancing.
Oh shit.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I knew
A little
that.
bit of ballet.
Okay.
Well, hold on. I want to
I
say.
knew about the breakdancing. I didn't know about the ballet.
Yeah, a little bit of
Okay,
ballet.
but hold on. You knew the breakdancing and all that, and you were that shocked by dancer then?
Because that's not what my brain went to when I heard
You
did
went right
dancing.
to ballet.
I was like boy band dancing or that kind of dance.
So it was boy band dancing.
I mean, in a
so
sense,
there's-
everything else he said was pretty much boy band dancing.
Yeah.
There's pictures out there with me wearing some makeup and
Really?
oh yeah.
So, you guys, you can send those in to apmlpod@gmail.com.
My mother was
You
listening.
have
She would.
embarrassing.
Oh, we have to contact your mom and get
We
these
will
pictures.
send.
She
the
loves
link
them.
over
She
to
still
your
has
parents.
every single one of them. Oh
of
man.
course. Wait, so what got you into dancing?
My sister was a dancer.
Okay.
So my sister was a dancer. I went to a couple of her recitals. Long story short, there was this rumor of a boys' class starting.
Yeah. And you're like, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a troubled kid since day one. Always talkative, always crazy. So my mom was
Yeah.
like, let's slow this fucking kid down by putting him in dance class.
You're just set up for a Disney Channel movie right now. Troubled kid who just turns to dance.
yeah, man.
I
So,
mean, come on.
I know, right?
but I ended up meeting one of my best friends till this day.
Yeah?
I see him all the time. We talk all the time. But we had a lot of good times. Believe it or not, recitals were fun. Just a lot of good camaraderie.
That's also dancing, like, at that age, I feel like is something that, like, maybe at the time is, like, you're, like, you get shit for, but then, like, later on.
I got my
it
ass
probably-
kicked for it a couple times.
But
man.
later on, it probably helps you out, like,
It paid off at a couple
good
weddings.
amount. Yeah, exactly.
But it doesn't matter how good you are at dancing
Yeah.
when you drink 27 beers. So never dance at a wedding.
Or just everyone has to get on the same page.
It's awful.
Yeah, that's not the right advice for this guy.
No.
Sean is a dancer.
Oh,
Yes?
Not in a good way. You,
Not a
So
school dancer.
we'll just crash a wedding. How's that?
dude. So
Sean
two things here. Was this last? No, this was 2 episodes ago. I'm in St. Louis with my buddy, and I fucking ended up cracking a girl on the head because
Yeah, just 'cause you
she's
got
a
those
short girl
elbows.
walking by, and I'm looking up drunk, just doing elbows.
You have
and
to,
just
man.
crack her on the head.
You can't stop.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been many a times I've been elbowed in the face in like the middle of a
Have to go.
concert or I mean, Faster
Yeah.
Horses alone, man.
Oh yeah,
There's thousands and thousands of people.
it's part of the
insane.
job.
Yes.
Exactly. But you said crashing weddings too. I was at my buddy's wedding, and it was at St. John's
Okay.
at five and
Golf there all the
Yeah,
time.
exactly. And we crashed, I think, 3 or 4 weddings that night. It was awesome because they just have like within their spot, they just have a bunch of different venues.
See,
and
that
you're
was the
just
best
going.
part about banquet weddings. Not a lot of people do them anymore, man, because it's
Yeah.
all this destination stuff, or it's we're gonna have it, in my buddy's backyard
Yeah.
or in a barn or in. No offense, one of
Yeah.
my good buddies. This wedding was the most beautiful wedding I've ever seen. It was in a barn. It was cool,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's just the way things are going. But
Oh,
back
yeah.
in the day,
Well,
man, I
especially
mean,
right
like
now.
when we were kids and stuff, or growing up, they were always at banquet centers. They were always at Burnt Manor. There was, so there's 10 weddings going on.
And you're just going all of them.
Why not, man?
Oh, dude, it's the
Bounce
greatest
around.
time.
Right.
And as long as like you're not going in being a dick,
Right.
Like, you blend in, like whatever.
Right.
You're coming in, you're having a good time. It is wonderful.
Let's not be wrong. I was good at doing that back in the day too. But
Wow.
Can't-
But not when you're crashing weddings.
no wedding crash dickery.
Yeah.
How's that?
Exactly. Yeah. Just on other occasions.
Yeah, exactly.
Cameron, you ever get in any fights over these crash weddings?
No crash wedding fights, but plenty of fights over the years.
Yeah. How many fights do you think you've been in? Do you have any idea? Because you had tell these stories. You just got in a fight last
I
night.
was about to say, it's like we
you told us.
driving to dinner.
Yeah.
I got into a fight at that parking lot last night.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not much of a fighter these days, but yeah, I was in the gas station last night.
These days, last night,
Yeah.
you fought.
Had a guy approach me and get in my face, and I tried to avoid it, tried to do the right thing. Anyways, got pretty roughed up. I don't know if you guys can see it, but
And the crazy part you said too is they call the cops and they're like, "Yeah, just drive in."
yeah, as I'm bleeding in the store.
Did the cops answer? They were like, "Hey, Cameron, what's up?
Hey, Cam, another fight? Yeah.
Surprisingly-
Hey, Cam, what's
Hey,
going on?"
They're all
You know where to
now,
park.
man. They don't remember me. This was 10, 15 years ago.
So you call in and you're like, "But
They
put
have your
Captain
number. They
Phillips
have your
on."
number saved. They're like, Cam, don't worry, we got your spot saved for you.
Please hold.
Yeah. Hold on, we got you. Don't worry.
I know
Yeah,
it's
so-
a Sunday night, huh, Cam? Come
Yeah, I
on.
had to drive myself to the police station, report this. It was crazy, man. We're
That
going
is
through
a nuts.
going through a lot of things right now with that, but it is what it is, man. Crazy world right now. Things are going on. It is what it is.
Cameron, you're like the guy who, like, if there was the sign,
Beware of
plants and
dog.
stuff. No, those signs that say so many days without an accident. And then it's like 1. That's where
You're the-
Cameron's at. So many days without a fight. Where were you at before?
That's the joke around work. Believe me,
Like
it's
14
It's a
before
real
this?
thing. Yeah, no, and it's crazy because I didn't even want anything to happen. Things have changed. I've leveled out a lot.
Yeah.
I tried to play it the right way, man. I tried to be the good guy for once, and yeah, got my ass handed to me. So that was pretty wild. But I mean, there's all kinds of different stories. Like, I got jumped back in the day. I was at the Spree. I think a lot of you listeners may have heard the story before.
Phil mentioned the story in his episode. Phil.
Yeah.
So
Shout out
29.
29.
the friend he may or may not have mentioned was me.
Yeah.
I was the one getting my ass
I
handed
do
to
think
me.
he left out your name.
Yeah.
He
feel like
did.
he
He
did,
said,
yeah.
I have a friend you may know just from the story who it is.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Which I
it was
did not
me.
know. So that
Yeah,
this,
you had no idea.
This was a nice turn of events for me.
I
here.
talked to a few friends and I confirmed with Phil afterwards. I was like, that was Cameron, right? And he's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, yeah, that's the stories about Cameron.
Yeah, it was a multiple day thing. It kept happening, and I kept asking for it to happen. And the one kid that was after me just wouldn't go through with it, until the final day. And I walked up and
Well, he didn't want to be banned from the Spree the whole week.
no, right,
He's like,
right.
hold on, yeah,
Just the fireworks.
Yeah.
But,
You wait until the final day. That's when it'll go down.
yeah.
Walked up to me, hit me in the back of the head. I turned around, and next thing I knew, I was circled by, I'm telling you, 100 people. I had no idea what was. I knew exactly what was going on. Looked over at some friends and said, this isn't your fight. Get out. And as soon as that happened,
took your lickings.
yeah. As soon as that happened, got kicked in the back, dropped to the ground, had my shirt ripped off me, and just beaten into oblivion.
So
But-
you basically just turtle up at that point, just like,
Yeah.
all right, well,
you have to. Yeah. So, after it was all said and done in my mind, you can hear people screaming, cops, cops, cops. I stand up. Next thing I know, I'm getting tackled again. It is one of those fellow officers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, guys, I think you
look
got
like
the
you
wrong
were-
guy.
guys, I don't know if you saw this. I'm bleeding,
Literally, I'm
Yeah,
covered in
I'm
blood, spit,
not doing
elephant ear.
which is
corn
okay,
dogs.
We talked about that. That's insane. Some people are wasting elephant ears.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know
weird.
who throws an elephant.
I'm
here.
almost honored that people wasted their elephant ear on me, right?
They
I
cared.
should-
They cared enough to waste a fucking delicious elephant ear to
think
throw it
that's-
at you.
yeah.
That is an honor.
It's an honor, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like being
gonna
knighted or
spend-
something with an elephant ear.
I hope they ate most of it,
There's like the last scrap. Like,
Like, I can understand the little bit left on the plate, and you're like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, I can throw something.
just throw the cinnamon sugar residue.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
you go.
we ended up escorted out of the Spree, and that was the end of my Spree experience that year.
Did you ever watch the show Blue Mountain State?
I haven't, man. So I'm not a big TV guy.
Okay.
A lot of people might know this. I mean, I'm a pretty big hillbilly through people I know.
Yeah.
I like the woods. I like my trucks. I like shit like that. I'm not big into TV, man.
Only reason I was gonna ask is that this guy said his way to get out of a fight in that show was just say he's gonna jerk the other guy off. I was gonna ask if you ever did like a crazy method of just being like just acting crazy and see if they like, hey, you actually want to fight a crazy guy?
I'm not sure that's ever been my method. It was usually
I didn't assume that was, but did you have a method where it's like, all right, you want to get into a fight and then you start like punching yourself? You're like, yeah, get in a fight with a crazy guy.
Yeah,
back
you
in
don't
the
want
day,
that.
man. I was just
You just wanted to fight.
I was so hard headed. People know that, man. People know how hard headed I was, and
Yeah.
it was
And you weren't one to be afraid to back down from anything.
right. It was hit or be hit, But I mean, back in the day, it was almost cool to be that guy.
You definitely always remember the dude who was like the fight guy.
Well, there'd
Yeah.
be times where we were at friends' concerts.
Yeah.
Again, I won't bring any names into it, but there were people fighting.
You also
Somebody
say
got
friends concerts. There's been one band on this entire podcast.
Yeah,
I feel
well,
like
fuck-
we know who's.
yeah, fuck those guys. Listen. No, I love
Shout
those
out
boys.
to Distant Sun.
Yeah, hello, distance. No, but so we were at a concert of our friends.
I was able to make that connection myself.
Yeah, see, you're in the know now.
Yeah.
You've caught on.
So two people may have gotten into a little fight or whatever, and guy got into one of our other friends' faces, and one of our friends turned around and asked me if I would kindly take care of it. I mean, it was just that kind of thing. And
Did we get this story on here before?
No, I don't think
the
so.
guy was like, okay, so the guy turns around, and I turned around and said, pick on somebody your own size, dickhead. Mind you, this guy was like twice my size.
Yeah.
That's what you said to that guy?
Yeah, that's the kind of asshole I was.
I need to get the name of who this was
so-
afterwards because I feel like we had this story on
Yeah,
here.
we'll talk about this here afterwards.
'Cause I feel
But-
like we had this story on here.
Yeah, long story short, it kind of got ugly. Well, that guy ended up getting kicked up to the upper level of where we were, and we ended up getting to
They
stay
didn't
in
even
the
kick him
lower
out? They
level.
just
No,
said, like, go
kicked him up to the
upstairs?
upper level.
We're going to separate you guys. Just go up
Hey, you're getting punished. You have worse seats.
Kind of
man.
like the cops making me drive myself in the other day. It was,
Yeah.
It's true.
you know,
We're way too busy.
it's always interesting. I mean, one thing after another, whether it's holding cymbals for a good friend of mine who was in a band. Shout out.
Phil. You didn't say it. His name was Phil.
Yeah,
Phil.
no, I told him I mentioned. I knew it would come up, but yeah, there was a lot of good times with that stuff. But
Cameron, do you remember your first fight?
oh man,
How old were you? Can we take bets? I'm
I'm-
guessing.
I'm
sixth grade.
kindergarten. I was going to say kindergarten.
no, it was actually elementary school. I think I do
Okay.
remember.
Okay, well,
Okay,
could be.
so it's in between where we're
yeah,
at.
yeah, yeah.
So I was walking my cousin home. He lived across the street,
Yeah.
and I was going to hang out over there. I went to Johnson Elementary, and an
Shout
older
out to
kid.
Johnson.
Yeah, what up, Johnson? I miss you. Yeah, no. So
By the way,
we were-
that's a soundbite. You said Johnson. That's another word for dick. You
I
just said
love
Johnson.
Johnson.
Yep, there we go. Sound bites here.
I'm here
What's
for
Cam talking about?
him. Exactly. No, it was awesome, man. Frost and Johnson, Frosty Johnsons. Yeah. Listen,
Who says that?
I do.
Yeah.
No, but I was walking my cousin home. We were going to hang out. There's a kid that had been picking on him for a while and had said something to him that day. And long story short, jumped on his back and kind of started beating on him. So I went
What a
over
move
and
to jumped on his back.
I went over and punched the kid in the face. And yeah, I think that was my first fight. The kid went running home.
So what, like third, fourth grade?
Yeah, let's go with fourth grade because he was in sixth. It was sixth.
Okay.
Yeah, sixth
Okay.
and fourth.
So you had 6 in there.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
That's also gotta be
I'll
weird
count that as
doing it
one.
like at that age because like there's clearly gonna be a parent-to-parent conversation, right?
So that's what
Yeah.
ended up happening.
Yeah.
And I think, at that age, you really, the flight or fight kind of thing is
Oh, yeah.
really ingrained into your head. I
Yeah.
mean, don't get bullied at school. Don't be a
Don't be a-
dickhead,
yeah, yeah.
or be a leader. Don't be a follower. How's everybody supposed to be a leader? Come
Yeah.
on, let's be real.
Yeah.
I'm not a leader. You're not a leader. We all we're all one thing. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's-
Too many
that's-
Chiefs, not enough Indians. That's a saying also.
But as kids, we
That's
don't
a
know
saying.
that stuff.
That's a
So, in my mind, it was, holy shit, my family, my
Yeah. Oh,
my
yeah, for
kid's
sure,
getting
for sure.
his
Yeah.
ass kicked. I'm going to hurt him.
Oh yeah.
So I did. I ran up, punched him in the face. He went running home. His dad, who was a very, very large man, showed up at my uncle's door. And my uncle took care of it very kindly.
That's good.
But, I ended up having to apologize to the kid. And
How many almost fights has your uncle gotten in because of your fights?
that's an ironic story, and I don't even want to.
You don't have to get it. You don't have to. I'm just picturing.
Want to go
I'm
there.
just picturing at some point it's like he's like, God damn it, Cam, another one. It's like,
Between my father,
I gotta fucking
Who is it
fight.
now?
between my father, myself, my uncle, the concerts we've been to, my uncle was the kind of guy who taught me, what was it? Teats for seats, which are tits for seats.
Yep. So someone shows you their tits.
So
you give
somebody-
them their seats.
Yeah.
You give them your
so
seats. Okay.
we happened to have front
Words to
row
live by.
tickets to the Allman Brothers, and it
Well,
was
not
me.
no more.
Okay, hold on. Also, the Allman Brothers. I'm feeling like you're getting
What are the
an older
teats?
crowd of.
Hey, let me tell you, these tits about hit the ground when they fucking came
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
shit. But.
Did he held on to his rule for that?
And I don't mean any offense to anybody, but they were yeah.
It's the Allman Brothers. I feel like everyone knew where we
The
were
best
going
part
with
about
Yeah,
this
they
is
weren't gonna be great
I'm
teats.
sitting in there in the bathroom. I'm all of, I don't know, 13, 14
Yeah.
maybe, and I'm sitting in the bathroom and I'm telling my uncle about these tits and how they were pretty nasty, and the dude's
Wait, was he not even?
the chick's husband standing right next to us.
Oh.
It goes, hey man, that was my wife, and my uncle's like, whoa, he's just kidding, and the guy goes, no, I fucking totally get it.
Oh my god.
It was like one of the weirdest, craziest experiences
Wait.
ever. But
So this lady came up, showed her tits to a 13-year-old and his uncle.
yeah, so she comes up to me and she's like, hey, can we have your seats? Da da da. We seen you guys get the guitar picks or whatever. And my uncle's like, yeah. And he whispers in my ear, and he's like, "Tell her teats for seats," you know. And I was like, "Oh fuck yeah!" So I said teats for seats. No,
What
2
an-
seconds later, the fucking titties were out. And
But was
it
she with her husband?
He was like a couple rows back. I mean, they weren't too far back from us, but she wanted to be.
But I
front
mean,
row.
so she just took the seat.
Oh yeah. Her,
Okay.
Her and her female friend.
Okay, see, I
Okay.
assumed that it was like her and her husband.
No,
he
he
comes
was
back.
showing-
He's like, yo, that was my wife. Like, yeah, dude, you let her just show me her. Just let her
imagine?
show me your tits.
No,
Can you
no.
imagine?
But I mean, there was a girl at Faster Horses. She asked her boyfriend if she could show me because she wanted a pair of beads, and he said yeah. So.
Just for a pair of beads, too. Not even for the seats.
No. This
Teats
was
for
just
beads.
Beads,
Yeah.
man. My.
I want those beads.
I don't
Teats
even
for beads.
remember what birthday it was, man. But it happened to fall. Yeah, those are
They
few and
blend
far
in
between.
together.
Yeah, but we were at Faster Horses, and the boys brought me 70 some odd beads, and they were gone within.
Is that a
probably,
thing at Faster Horses? Like, it's just the
it
bead
wasn't.
handout?
It wasn't.
Oh, that you guys turned it into Mardi Gras.
It got out of control.
Yeah.
But it was awesome.
If you get the opportunity to turn something into Mardi Gras, you do it.
You do.
it.
I mean, why
Yeah,
not
it's
bring
true.
beads anywhere? I mean, if it was socially acceptable, I'd bring beads to, the bar. But
yeah.
I mean, you could try it. Like,
I feel like I'm not the guy to try it in this area. If anybody out there listening,
A
wants
lot
to
of people
try
would be
this,
like,
but-
"Oh, geez, what's Cameron trying now?"
okay, so so next time you go on
Cameron, you've seen
vacation,
plenty of teats.
next time you go on vacation, just bring some beads and just start, be like, hey, beads.
Speaking of vacations, and we kind of spoke about this earlier, but we'll go over it briefly again for people who don't know the story about my sister's wedding.
Yeah.
This is also why we don't do beads and light ups and
Okay, I don't remember getting into any bead talk here, so I don't.
just
Also, just so you know,
Yeah.
you can't say my sister's wedding and this way we don't talk about beads.
so.
It's like, what was
I
happening?
don't know
So-
where this is going.
Yeah.
The night before, they rented out the entire club for my sisters. Like, we had the entire VIP section.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
sweet, So we partied hard, and
Yeah.
we knew we were gonna go out after and really get after it, and
Yeah.
we did. The boys went their way, the girls went the other way, and
As happens.
right. Oddly enough, we ended up at a gay club, so I decided to.
What? Where do the beads get you there?
Hold on to your seats, guys.
So the beads and the light up.
Penises?
Yes, came with us, but anyways.
Wait, why did you guys have the light up penises?
It's a long story, man. The people we were with, and I don't really think they look like penises. We'll go with penises. But there's
so
some video
confused.
out there. Never mind.
Okay.
Anyways, so later that night,
right.
we decided to go out. I do my famous wandering, as I like to do when I'm drunk.
Yeah. I know this from plenty of times. I've seen you drunk plenty of times.
Yeah.
You just wander.
See him for a second.
Wander away.
I like to see
You
the
do
world when I'm
something.
drunk.
I feel like I feel like you need to go out on a leash and someone just like ties it to their hip.
Dude,
And then it's like you start walking too far, like, oh, come on, come back, Cam.
If
You
you,
need to
could
hire
like
someone.
GPS track me, it'd be amazing, man. I would
Yeah.
love to see where
We
I've
have
been,
the technology.
because half the places I've been, I don't
Your phone probably will tell you.
Yeah.
see.
At least recently.
maybe.
No, you
but-
got to just look at like Google Maps in the morning. You can look at your timeline.
No kidding.
And it'll show
Google
you
Maps
where
you can do it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because I know
Google
like,
Maps probably been tracking you.
well, I know
You don't
Apple.
know.
Apple, you just
Well,
look at your.
I don't think Google Maps is the only one tracking me, boys.
Oh no, oh no.
A lot more is tracking.
But you look at Apple and like
Sorry.
location services, you can definitely see where you were.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I feel like there's a couple murders solved or acquittals based on that.
I always.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I always think like, man, if shit goes down, I've got this Google timeline right here. It'll tell me arrived at Buffalo Wild Wings 7:34 p.m. And I'm like, yeah, that's
Well,
where I was
oddly
at.
enough, going back to last night, that may be the only thing that saves my ass in this whole thing is that guy paid with Apple Pay. So
Oh, so you can, so
Oh.
they can tell like who it is.
yeah,
There you
so
go.
we're
There you
keeping
go.
our fingers crossed.
Guys,
but,
if you're gonna beat someone's ass,
Don't Apple Pay
use
right
Apple
before.
don't
Pay.
use
Yeah.
Apple Pay,
Use
man.
cash.
I mean, and,
Paper trail.
Yeah, whatever. Don't do that. That's not cool, man. That's 101.
Yeah. So, anyways, the sister's wedding.
Yeah, so
You've wandered off.
I've
as you
wandered
do.
off. Nobody knows where I'm at. At this point, I personally cannot tell you where I'm at. So a couple hours later, somebody finally decides, oh, Cameron's been missing for way too long. So
You pass your threshold. They're like,
Yeah.
he could be missing for 3 hours.
I've got
but-
the
at this
timer
point,
on.
we think he's
It's-
dead.
Yeah, it could be too long.
Well, long story short, nobody ended up calling me. Some very nice lady woke me up, asked me
Okay.
where I was. I had no idea where I was. So I just said no, but I'll be okay. And she said, "Sweetie, you're sleeping in the middle of the freeway here." I was sleeping in the middle of the road, completely wasted.
Like, all right, so, but you described it earlier. It was a 2-lane road.
It was a 2-lane freeway.
So there's not
highway.
something in between though. You're in that just like that little center.
Not even the center. I'm sleeping in the middle, in the whatever lane she was coming in.
At night, you're
it
lucky
is.
as fuck that
3
you did
o'clock
not
in the
get-
morning.
You're so lucky that you did not get ran over.
Yeah, you were essentially...
Or eaten by a gator, or apparently bears.
Yes. Did you see that?
Are you confirming that there's a shit ton of bears in Florida randomly?
Of course.
Dude, it's insane that Florida is just overrun with bears.
Why did you
Florida
not
is.
know this?
I had no idea.
No one knows. When you think Florida, you think gators, you think snakes, and you think
Fucked
people.
up people.
You think zombie people from having
Yeah, old people as well.
old people.
Florida will be the place I end up when I get older. It's kind of,
It's wherever you can
kind
party.
of place Florida is, you know. I got a lot of friends down there, so
There you go.
no, but it was a wild night. She woke me up. I continued to tell her I was okay. I lived very close. That was not true. So I called my friends and father and said, "You need to come get me."
Where side of the road?
It's just, I don't
Mile
know how
marker
you,
55, Dad. Find me.
That
Yeah.
wasn't even the answer I could give them.
Yeah.
like, I am on a bridge.
As most of you know, I'm not very tech savvy, so I didn't know how to drop a pin, which became a very huge joke over the weekend. If somebody finally was able to talk me through it, but in the meantime, I've
It's
passed.
got to be tough, too, because you were probably hammered out of your mind.
fucked
There's
up.
like,
yeah, you're still messed
how
up.
can we talk this dude into being able to drop a pin?
Yeah.
In the meantime, I've now made it to the sidewalk,
Okay, that's
so we're good. Okay,
There we go.
Out of street danger.
Street danger.
Now in bear, gator,
right,
snake danger.
whatever might be their danger.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
so
Florida.
I make it about 10 feet into this neighborhood and fall back asleep on the sidewalk.
At
Now,
least you're
mind
on
you,
the sidewalk.
now mind you, everybody's looking for me at this point, thinking I'm somewhere within the perimeter of the
Yeah.
city. Okay, nope. A second lady wakes me up.
You're on her yard.
I'm on the sidewalk. She thinks I'm dead.
Yeah.
So this
Sounds
is all
right.
true story. You can ask my sister. This is all.
This is also
swear to God,
probably-
true story.
The way that these people sound like they react, this is like a normal day in Florida. They're
Yeah.
like,
This isn't the first time they've
they're
woken
like,
up someone on their sidewalk.
all right, well, let's see if this guy's dead or
There's
just on
another guy.
drugs. I don't know. Poke him a little bit. Hey,
Yeah.
buddy. Oh, he's alive. Okay.
Do you
Not dead.
Not dead.
Do you have any recollection, like where, like, is there a point in that night where you lost your memory?
Um,
Like, do you remember walking away from the bar?
it was getting
or-
it was getting in and leaving the last club we were at because it was that gay club, which again I want to put out there I have no issue with. I was just I had to get out of the environment.
Also, just like
for a
that,
minute.
your tie into beads was we went to a gay club and we
yeah.
had beads,
There
and then
was
it's like nothing else to do with
my
beads.
group ended
I'm
up
still
being,
waiting to hear where they come in.
Yeah.
My group ended up being the people who were more naked in the club than anybody else. It
Makes
was
sense.
It was a long night, but it was a bachelor party kind of ish.
Oh, dude, and I'm just gonna say, I feel like a bachelor party can get so many fucking free drinks at a gay club. Like
yeah.
you guys would be the.
I don't think
kings.
anybody paid a thing.
Exactly.
My poor father. He
In a sense,
shout out to Dad.
in
What
a
up, Pops?
sense, that's where you. That's almost like if you guys just want a cheap bachelor party, gay club.
We're going to the gay club.
You guys
boys.
get so many drinks, probably like it's just insane.
Yeah. So.
Well, Sean, hey, if Sean's brothers are listening, now you know how to play this bachelor
I mean,
party.
at the end of the night, when just everyone's like, "Hey, we just want free drinks," yeah, just go to a gay
Bang.
club. Just get a bunch of free
that
shit.
was it. So I mean, I think that's how that ended up happening. So the lady asked me, the second lady at this point asked me if I had any idea where I was. At this point, I still had no idea where I was.
You just say Florida.
And she said, "Yeah." She says, "Sweetheart, where are you supposed to be?" And I said, "Clearwater." And the first thing out of her mouth wasn't a word, wasn't a look. It was a. And I knew immediately I was in trouble. I was like, "Uh-oh."
You're
So
in
she
Jackson,
goes,
Mississippi.
she goes, "You're about an hour and 10-minute walk away from where you're supposed to be." She goes, "You made it over the bridge, have made it all the way over here,
Bravo.
and somehow ended up in our neighborhood." And I was like, "Man, you know, At this point, I'm kind of like sobering up a little, so I'm starting to realize, fuck, I'm an idiot. I need to get home, you know." And so finally, one of my sister's friends was able to talk me through the whole dropping the pin
Dropping
thing,
the
and
pen.
now there's an
good.
infamous picture that goes around the next day. They tied a big, gigantic red balloon. This thing had to be 3 feet in diameter.
Yeah, I mean, you got to
Smart.
keep track of you.
Yeah, so I walked around with that the whole night to
Smart.
the bar. And
Cameron just wakes up and it's, sir, you're in South America.
well, so oddly enough, that same night was the same
Cuba,
night we stole a 7-foot pirate. Me and my brother-in-law, we commandeered a rickshaw, one of them little bring bikes.
Yep.
Oh man, I hopped on it and I'm like, let's go. I couldn't get it going. I'm like, what is going on?
How can you not get a rickshaw going? Isn't it
Correct.
just
I'm
pedaling?
hammered as fuck. Okay, right. And I'm like, I don't understand it. We get to the bottom of this driveway and we're both rocking this motherfucker, and he's in the back seat, just let's go. It was a parking brake the whole time, right in front of my fucking.
Yeah.
so-
I didn't realize that they had parking brakes though.
That makes sense.
Well,
it
neither
does make
did
sense.
I.
It does
Lock
make
it
sense.
All
So
right.
we take off, we pass another one. I ring the bell, we wave, and the guy's like, "Who the fuck are those guys?"
That looks like Jim's rickshaw. I don't know why they're in there.
So my brother-in-law goes, "Hit it!" So I just start pedaling as fast as can be. We go to jump this curb, bro. It fucking chain comes off the fucking bike.
Yeah, those aren't made for.
So I'm just sitting there pedaling,
Going
pedaling.
nowhere.
Rickshaw's not going to jump a curb.
Nick looks at me and he goes, "What the hell do we do now?" And I just looked at him and go,
Run!
And we just took off running,
I have to.
which we had nowhere to go because we went back into the bar that the guy was sitting in. So our
Hey,
buddy
buddies.
Steve kindly took his bike back and repaired it, but
Well, that's nice. You had someone who could just repair a bike. like you're just walking around with tradesmen. That helps, I guess.
it was a good night, man. My buddy bought a mask, and it's a duck mask. I don't even know why it was in the bar to begin with. He bought that for about $175 off the bartender. It's probably all of a $3 mask.
Yeah. How was that negotiation? Hey, can I buy that mask?
Yeah.
It's decoration.
I ended up going home with
$150. It's decoration. $175. Sure.
I ended up going home with a ceramic duck. It was it was a wild night. I'm not
It's
really
random
sure.
stuff like that. That's how you make some memories. You can say, hey, this is how I get the ceramic duck.
True.
Right.
That's a conversation starter.
Now it's been in my living room for 20 years.
Yeah, so I love going different places, man. Just meeting different people and
Yeah.
Stealing
You're
different
the outgoing
ducks.
type that will just strike up conversations wherever you go.
Right. You just there's with me. It's okay. It's getting better. I'm a
You have
much
mellowed out,
better
yeah.
human being than I used to be. I mean, I think we both can agree to that.
I said getting better. Like the way you describe that, though, just going and talking to people is not bad.
No.
That's a good
No,
quality.
It was either for good or bad reasons. There was back in the day. It wasn't anything.
Sometimes
it
you're just
wasn't
like you
for
just
a
talk,
friendship. It
just
was
saying to start a fight.
It was just there,
Yeah.
I was the tough guy. I was your stereotypical just asshole,
You know what would have
And-
been really cool though is because you said you danced. If you could do the splits,
Okay, so
'cause
oddly
what a
enough,
move.
the one thing I could not do is the splits. I could
That's-
never do it, dude.
That's
I
not
just
odd,
never
dude,
understood
I
how
don't.
dudes
I
could do it.
still don't understand how people can do that. My legs don't bend that
My
far.
buddy could pull it off flawlessly,
Yeah,
and
I
I
don't get
just,
that.
I just, throughout my whole career, my teacher would constantly yell at me because she's like, "You're
Do the
not
splits."
stretching enough. You're not stretching enough." Believe me, there's plenty of people out there who vouch for me. I was flexible as a motherfucker. It doesn't matter, okay?
There's plenty of ladies out
I
there.
could not do
Email
the
it.
splits.
You, I got the hips.
Yeah, we don't mean it like that. All right, I might mean it like that.
Yeah, dude, I don't understand how anyone can do the splits. So it's just insane.
That was never
Like
one
girls,
of my.
I understand.
Girls,
No,
like,
I don't understand
understand
how
that
your I don't understand how your body can separate that far and not just like you're not a
flatten out.
wishbone and you're just ripping apart.
just
right?
crack.
Yeah, like I just don't understand that. I can get down to like maybe a 40-degree angle.
You can do more than a 40-degree.
I don't know. Let's get a
I was
fucking.
gonna say this might have to get interesting. We might have to have
Yeah.
a splits
Oh,
competition.
is that
one
pro?
day.
No,
We'll
I
get all
will
the boys back.
I will go nowhere near as far. Like, dude, I got hip issues
don't-
as is. I
you don't
can't
think-
be doing like.
I think I could do obtuse angle.
Oh man, I
Oh,
don't.
you think you can get obtuse?
these
Isn't that
days,
just more
boys,
than
you'll be
90?
lucky.
Yeah,
if
I don't
get-
think
I,
get
I could do
obtuse.
more than 90, I think.
Oh no, dude. If I can get to 90, I'm fucking throwing a parade.
I think I
Like,
can
there's
do.
no way.
I think I can do obtuse.
You think so?
I
Like
think
90,
so.
just 91? You thinking like where's your cutoff? Is this
I
the
think I
next
could get-
challenge?
yeah, I think I could get to like 100. I
You think you
think.
get to 100?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it a protractor that measures angles?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right, let's get a protractor in here. I think you have to go from like the V of your jeans to really get this.
I was gonna say, or do we
was
just
gonna
wear
say.
a different type of pants? Do we wear some
Yeah.
sort of spandex so there is
I
no
mean,
I don't want to
question
do this
about
in
angles?
jeans.
Oh, dude, I got flexible jeans. I can do it in jeans, especially with how little I'm going. It's like it's not gonna be far. It's not gonna be far.
I'm already counting myself out. It doesn't even
It won't be
matter.
the jeans that are limiting you.
I'm
It's
telling you
your
right
own
now,
hips.
if I can get to 90.
Yeah.
Wait, so are we going?
Oh, the
one
flip.
leg up, one leg back?
No,
or
I
are
was
you going
thinking
out?
sides.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I was thinking
Wishbone
sides.
style.
Yeah.
Oh,
I definitely can't. I don't know if I could do more than 90.
If you can do wishbone style, I don't understand you.
if you may have noticed, I started this video cross-legged. That didn't last very long.
Yeah,
I'm not making it.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No.
Yeah, go back and watch Cameron's legs, the whole video.
Yeah.
Watch
Take-
where it turns.
Take
Just
a
keep
look.
it going.
What is the bet? Over under on time.
Yeah.
I don't even know where we are in this, so who knows?
Oh my god. But yeah, Cameron, you have some like crazy. You have a lot of stories where you were drunk and then you could get into a fight. Like this is slowing down though, right? You're becoming a healthier
Yeah,
person.
man, this is completely different. Obviously, I've been sober off of a lot of things for a lot of years. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
I don't drink as much liquor anymore. Try to stay clear because a lot of people know how I act when I'm on liquor, and it's
Sometimes it's not great.
no, man, it's not cool.
Liquor,
And,
the fighting elixir.
yeah, it was bad. So it's good nowadays that I can realize it.
I mean, that's the first step.
Yeah.
It took a lot. It took a friend choking me against the wall to get me off the pills.
That'll do it to you.
It took, deaths of people and the passing of people for me to realize I can't be an asshole to people anymore because I lose people too quickly. You know? Losing people has always been a theme in my life, which explains a lot of things, especially for you people who, think I don't hit you up enough. And I'm a little bit more shadowed than everybody thinks I am, just merely because I've lost so many people. My best friend, he hasn't passed away or anything, but he got into drugs real bad and just kind of screwed over my life pretty badly. And I haven't forgiven him for it.
It's always tough.
So, there was a big loss there. Obviously, I'll bring her up, Jennifer. That was a very tough time in my life.
Yeah, of course. That was so unexpected.
Yeah, that took a lot. I got back into drugs and alcohol after that, and knowing she wouldn't want me on that stuff kind of woke me up. But I've been a different person. I haven't really dated since she passed away. There's been girlfriends, but they weren't
Serious.
Right. And I don't, if anybody ever hears this, I don't want to say they weren't meaningful. You girls all meant something to me. It's just I feel like I wasn't treating them right because I didn't have the right mindset, So recently I've really taken a step back, gotten back into my health, get back into being myself, working out again, just trying to have some fun. This quitting smoking thing's my last hurdle, man.
Hey, you at least turned it to the vapes. I mean, I know
We're
now.
We're getting there.
Truth. Have you also? Sorry, trying to lighten up a little bit here.
I was just gonna say, do you think that's the biggest misconception of you, that people think you're still?
No, I don't think. I think people are starting to understand, but I don't want people to feel bad for me. So I've never explained myself, fully out. It could get a lot deeper, and there's no point to, like you said.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
If you want to reach out to Cameron.
No, I mean it's just a
On all
lot
social
different.
media.
I feel a lot better. That is what
That's
matters.
good, and
So-
that's good.
that's
Yeah,
good.
absolutely.
No,
That's
things are
awesome.
completely changing.
Like,
the
just
cigarettes are my
knowing
last
you-
hurdle, and by far the hardest hurdle. I will tell you.
But again, though, so you've at least you're doing the vaping,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's a step.
Yep.
But I will say, I don't know if you noticed these truth campaigns. They switched from now cigarettes are pretty much gone. They're like, hey, watch that vape now,
Oh yeah. Well, it's because it's popular with
kids,
younger crowd.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
But still, it's just crazy that it's like, all right, we got people to stop smoking because I feel like cigarettes. I do feel like they've died down a ton.
right.
Yeah,
But you
they're
know
on
who
the
Truth
decline.
doesn't care about? Me, a 32-year-old male
Oh,
who's
sure.
been smoking for
Yeah,
15
sure. You're not in.
fucking
You're,
years.
they're like,
They
he's
know
dead
that.
to us. He's dead to us.
The whole vape commercial is not
yeah.
for me.
No.
They could
Yeah,
give
they've-
two fucking
No.
cares less.
They've
So.
given
I
up.
just remember the. Do you remember the trajectory of them? I feel like they started with marijuana.
Oh,
They had
yeah.
the campaigns where the person's deflated into the couch, like Steven from episode
27.
27. That long ago?
Yeah.
Wait, crazy. Anyways, They had like the marijuana ones, and they changed it to tobacco, and they've crushed tobacco. I honestly feel like that's gone down a ton.
It's
Oh,
still
easily.
there, but
It's there, but I feel like it's gone down a ton.
Oh yeah.
And then now they do it with the vape, and formaldehyde is the only thing I ever take away from that. Formaldehyde,
Yeah.
Right.
they're like, that's in there.
Yep. Whatever. You know
Doesn't
what,
do
man?
anything.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
really
know.
Watch out for it.
There's so many damn regulations and shit these days that, me, I grew up in a different time, man. I was the kid who, didn't only drink off the hose. I put it halfway down my fucking throat. You know what I'm saying? That shit was good as
You get
fuck.
that lead in there.
Oh, fuck yeah, bro. I was licking the fucking tip, I fucking love
So many sound clips. out of
I
this.
fucking love hose water, okay? That's like my thing, But
You didn't have a childhood if you didn't drink hose water.
that's what I'm saying, man. And
For sure.
they're so afraid of it nowadays. And it's like, come on, man. I sucked down a hose from day one.
You're gonna be, yeah.
Makes you strong.
You're gonna be a parent that's like, back in my day,
Yeah,
we walked up and down
Yeah, it's
the
already
street.
camera.
Yeah, exactly.
That
yeah.
is already
Oh,
me.
for sure.
With
though.
my niece, man.
Yeah,
I
you
call
let her
her my
know.
niece, but my cousin's kid.
Yeah.
I've been around a lot, but I tell her all the time. I'm like, you'll learn.
Yeah, you gonna drink out of that hose?
Yeah. Well, because she'll come over and immediately ask just for, I have a little tablet that she plays on.
Oh, she wants to
And,
play.
Immediately she'll ask. She's 5 years old now, so she's getting a little better at it.
Yeah.
But I take care of her quite a bit, but that's the first damn thing. Every time she
Go
comes.
outside and play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
geez, go do something.
Here's a hose.
I never spent a single second inside. Like, I was never a kid who played video games.
Yeah.
I was
Really?
never. I owned all the systems because my cousin, he was. I don't even know how he got to know these people, but ended up at DigiPen. Ended up doing a lot of stuff for video games. Now married to
Designer.
at Disney.
Digital artist.
Digital artist at
Okay.
Disney. Thank you. She's been there for years and da. But anyway, so he always kept me in the loop and I always played and da. So I always knew what it was all about. But I was always out playing hockey. I was always out playing baseball. I was dancing.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Here's what I'm about. I'm about dancing, fighting.
yeah. No,
Getting wasted.
but
And
that's,
wandering off.
Coming full circle. That's it right there, boys. Is I've been from every damn high and low you possibly could see, and it's awesome though because it's along the way I meet people like you and the people listening, and whether you've been there, you haven't been there, or you're all still my friends, man. I don't have a problem with any of that. That's what
Water under the bridge.
exactly.
Move on. I'm a different person now.
That's where I'm at, So it is what it is. I obviously have a past just like everybody else, so
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of it at this point. That's why I came in and I agreed to talk to you guys
It's
today.
pretty open on it too.
Yeah,
so it's
hell
like,
yeah. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. People know the truth, so why beat around the bush,
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's been a hell of a life, boys.
Oh, sounds like it, man. I mean, you have your own fucking podcast, just going over your own stories
Yeah.
and all the shit you've seen and done.
It's been crazy, man. And I mean, the one positive I can take out of all this, and we'll end on a huge, awesome note here, is travel. And it's one thing that I think everybody should
Yeah.
take advantage of. I think it's something you should save up for. It's the one thing that I think you can spare money for.
Oh,
Just
absolutely.
because the shit that's out there, man, it's crazy.
Yeah. Go out
to
there,
see.
see the world.
The food's awesome. I've been to Italy. I've been to Austria. I've been to Germany. I've been to Switzerland. I've been to the Netherlands. I've been to, I've been all over the place, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And we were talking about Amsterdam a little
Yeah.
earlier, and what a cool place,
Wild.
Awesome fucking place, man. It's great during the day because it's beautiful.
Yep.
There's things that you'll...
It is a fucking just shift.
Yes. Oh, and then nighttime hits.
Whew.
Look
A
out.
whole different world.
Yeah, look out. But the biggest thing about that is, like, when I went, we kind of talked about it earlier. The marijuana thing was obviously big for me, as most of you know.
Like I say, obviously, people just always come up to me and they're like, "Whoa, that guy smokes."
Yeah.
I do get it a lot.
Yeah.
I seem to look like that guy. But
People just see you and they're like, this guy parties.
yeah, exactly. But the stigma kind of died down for me because it was already legal over here.
Yeah.
So it was completely different because in Amsterdam it's technically illegal. So Which
is weird because people also know like Amsterdam, like
for their weed.
that's like part of it.
Right, because the coffee shops are there. There's regulations.
Weed and prostitutes, pretty much. It's like red light districts known for that.
And when you get into town, you know you're an American because they just promote that shit
Oh,
everywhere,
yeah.
man. There'll be a guy standing on the side of the thing, and he knows immediately that you're American because he's like, "Come here, my friend. Smoke and drink in here. Smoke
You
and
might
drink
as well
in
be
here."
walking around with American flag.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how they do it,
It's
but
insane.
It seems almost like a dangerous place for someone like you who just has all these crazy drunken party stories and this wild life.
I will say
Europe and those kind of areas are.
I will say
a
the only thing that
dangerous
kept me
place.
grounded was my sister and my brother-in-law. So
Yeah.
I was over there with them.
Yeah.
I was, my sister mainly. My brother-in-law, if it would have been just me and him.
Like fucking
Yeah.
doing it all.
Yeah.
Oh, especially if you were there like 7-8 years ago or something.
Yeah, it would have got out of control. But
You would have been in Europe jail.
Correct. Yeah, I'd still be there. This would not be happening right now.
Yeah.
I'd be campaigning for, get me the fuck out of here.
I know.
Be sending us those videos.
No,
but
this would be
it's-
happening. I'd be like, so you've been in the Europe jail for 5 years.
Right, I'd be on the phone. I'd have my 5 minutes. That's
We'd
it.
have to do it in just segments.
Yeah.
It'd be like the Serial podcast where they just talk to the dude from jail constantly.
Yeah.
There you go. See?
God, that'd
No,
be a hit,
but
too.
I mean, that's the Netherlands was actually probably one of the coolest places I went because we didn't only just go to Amsterdam.
Yeah.
We went outside Amsterdam.
Yeah.
One of the coolest places I've ever been was called Vondelpark, and it was on the. So if you've ever been to Amsterdam, I call it a rainbow. I know you have.
Yeah.
All the canals there are man-made. It was
Yep.
all man-made years and years and years and years ago, and they tell you the whole history of it. You can go through the city and listen to it, and that's kind of a cool thing too. There's a lot of history there for anybody who's a history buff. Anne Frank House, any of that stuff, man. Cool stuff. But I saw this park, and I'm like, man, I really want to go. And I'm talking couple thousand acre park. It's called Vondelpark. Anyways, it's on the top of the rainbow, what I call.
Okay.
And
So just outside of Amsterdam, then.
yes, just outside of Amsterdam, just north of it, what I consider north.
Yeah.
But you go up to this park, you go in, you read the signs, da-da-da. The very first thing I read on one of the signs is that it's legal to have sex as long as it's after dark and not near a park. And I'm not
They put that on a sign?
I'm not
They put
making-
that on. So they put that on a sign at a park saying it's legal to have sex as long as it's after dark, not at a park. But you're at a park.
Well, not near
Man,
a
it's
not
getting
near
dark.
a kids park.
Oh, okay, so there was
Yeah.
okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
'Cause
That's
I'm
funny
saying,
that it's such an issue, though, that they have to put up the sign.
is an issue,
know.
or they're saying like it's not an issue.
Well, it
just,
became
just
an
watch
issue to
out
where I
around
think
the
they
kids.
were like, you know what? Let's just have that happen.
Yeah.
You know, just be safe about it.
you guys can do it. Just
You had to clean up after yourself too. So
you can't just be leaving your jizz all around.
correct. No jizz grass.
There's little baskets of condoms to use. Like, all right.
Just fall. From
But
the trees.
And then a map of like with like X's,
Designated
the
area.
appropriate areas to
Yeah.
have sex around the park.
I think.
Oh, thank you very much.
But the whole park's cool, man. Had a river that went all the way through. Didn't get any more than knee deep. Super clean.
You went into the river.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can
Okay.
hang out and party there all day. They
lot
don't
of
care
stuff has
about the
been in that river.
drinking. Yeah, there was probably a lot of things in that river. 2 breweries in the park, restaurants. Just
Damn.
cool
Sounds
shit,
nice.
man.
It's
Flower
its
sanctuary,
own
bird
city.
sanctuary. Back in 19, I'd have to look it up, but like 74 or something. A lady had moved into that area and had 2 pet parakeets. And long story short, she let them go. Well, they bred. Now there's
Oh.
thousands and thousands and thousands of these parrots.
But are these they have to all be inbred parakeets?
Well, yeah, I mean,
That's how stuff starts.
they're probably not smart, but
It's a lot of animals.
It's just
that are
flying
like that.
around like in circles. All right, well,
let's go back to the original Adam and Eve. It's
True.
just parakeet and parakeet. you
true.
know?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
That's why we're idiots.
Just evolves down from there.
Yeah, I blame it on that.
They were so smart, and then it's just
Oh, can you imagine how smart they were? The smartest.
Oh yeah, no,
And,
but
the potential was there.
that's what I
And
definitely.
now here we are doing podcasts.
I think it's excellent. I think what you guys are doing is super cool. Seriously.
Thank you.
I'm glad that that you guys invited me. Cheers,
Well,
cheers
yeah.
to you, if anything.
No,
you
happy
know.
to have you on. I mean,
Cheers.
especially someone
It's
who
empty.
has
cheers.
as fascinating of stories as you do.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's been up and down, but everybody thinks I get both sides of it. People envy it, and it's like it's not always that good. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
people are like,
Yeah.
what the fuck's your problem? and
Always
I'm like,
the good with the bad."
sometimes it is good, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But no, I'm glad it's where it is. I'm glad we all kind of reconnected here and stuff. And I'm
yeah.
glad I'm back to this. This was cool.
Hey, next thing we gotta do is get Eric to Italy.
Yes, no,
I know. There's several places I need to go.
Street pizza is one of the coolest things ever, and I know that sounds like super weird because over here
Also,
in America,
calling it street pizza sounds like you picked it up off the street.
you do.
It
What?
sounds good
Yeah,
to me.
so
I
in-
don't know if everyone else is.
So in Italy, they have street pizza, and it is literally original. That's how pizza started, essentially.
Okay, again, when I think off the street, I'm saying like you're walking by a trash can and there's a fucking pizza on the
It's
street.
like a hot dog.
Yeah,
cart
okay, yeah,
in,
yeah, yeah.
You know, in New York
Okay,
or something.
yeah.
But
Okay,
it's just a dude
yes.
who makes these little pizzas on the side of the road, and they're so
Okay, that
good,
sounds
man.
better.
I
Yeah.
don't even understand.
I didn't see any of those.
No?
No.
Man, they're so good. Yeah, they're just
Huh.
pizza cart vendors, man. It's
That sounds good.
We need them here.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Eric hasn't opened one, actually.
I'm
Eric,
trademark a pizza my life. I'm gonna be on that.
I don't
right
think you can
now.
trademark something that's already been out.
Well, it's like the donors over there. They're
It'll-
starting to come over here. There's one in
The donors?
don't yeah. It's called Donor. It's awesome. It's shaved beef or chicken. It's
Never heard of
technically a
this.
euro, but it's more of a
It's Italian euro.
European
Interesting.
euro. No, it's popular in Germany, but they're awesome, man.
Germany
It's
like randomly has
Germany is the
some
most
weird ethnic
random-
like food in there.
Germany is the most random fucking place you'll ever go in your life.
Yeah, they had the curry schnitzel.
Yeah.
Did you see that over there? It's like, how is this your guys' biggest thing?
Go to Germany. The only thing German in Germany is the beer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Everything
sure.
else
German
is
beer.
something
For
around there.
sure.
The beer over there, boys, is
Delicious.
We talked about it. My family is part ownership in North Center Brewing Company.
Yep.
Here in Northville,
Shout
Michigan.
out.
So shout out to them. But the beer over there, it's different. You get it in liters.
Yep.
You think, holy fuck, I'm gonna be full after this
Yeah,
first
it's a
goddamn
lot.
beer. You know, it doesn't work like that, man. It doesn't fill you up, doesn't bloat you.
Weird.
You
the
know,
only thing
you
I
could
can't
drink-
get behind is they serve their beer warm or room temperature.
So
Really?
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
It's a big thing.
yes, but it depends. So like in the winter, the beer was
Well, yeah.
cold. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
It does make sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
because a lot of it was stored outside. So when
Yeah.
I was snowboarding, like when you're up in the Alps, the trails tend to be so long that there are bars on the side of the
Oh, yeah.
mountain. Like,
I mean, that's insane,
the
actually.
one was just a fucking hut
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
in the absolute middle of nowhere. It was just a hut that was selling beer, and I'm like, this is awesome. So we stopped
Your
off
John's
at it.
beer
and-
shop.
Yeah, exactly. You have a beer, but it's normal over there. You know, you're in the pub with
Yeah.
16-year-old kids. You know,
Yeah, it's true. No
fucking
drinking
wild.
age, right?
no, it's 16.
Is it 16?
16's
Okay.
Yep. 16 is the limit, but you'd be in there and there'd be a group of 17-year-old kids and
Yeah.
like, what the hell's
But if you go over there, just watch out. You go during the summer, you
Yeah.
order a beer. It's going to be room temperature.
Yeah, it's warm.
Be prepared.
Be prepared.
But their beer again is over there. It's regulated. They're only allowed to make it with a certain amount of ingredients. 3 ingredients, I think, isn't it?
3?
Hops, barley, and water. I'm pretty sure.
No, because they had flavored stuff.
Gotta be something else.
Well, I think for it to be a true German beer.
Oh,
it-
German. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
okay,
German
gotcha.
specific.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think by law they are only allowed
Okay.
to use those.
I thought you
three.
were just saying beer in Europe in general.
No,
they have-
because no, when you go into like the Netherlands, all Heineken,
Oh, yeah.
all of it.
Yeah.
Which also,
all
I
you
don't know,
can
for whatever
fucking get.
reason, did not realize Heineken was Dutch until like you
Yep.
get over there.
Okay, me neither. So we walked into the Wunderbar, but we went into there and it was a place where I could drink and smoke. So
Yeah.
I was stoked about it, you know. And they had this open window area you could sit
Yeah.
in, so it was super cool, super relaxed. But we went in there and the only tap in there that was frozen, like had an actual frozen stomach, and it was
Heineken.
kind of cool. Was the Heineken
Of course.
because it's the number one selling beer over there. I didn't know
Yep.
that.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, dude.
had
It's
no
in
idea.
Amsterdam. The
Oh,
brewery.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
I mean, gigantic over there.
Interesting.
I had no idea.
I would have thought. I mean, I would have thought European, but just never would have thought Dutch. Never
Mm-hmm.
would have thought Netherlands.
Now you know.
Now you know. The
Now
more
you
you
know.
know.
Cam, what's the top 3 places in Europe that I should visit? I haven't been to any of them.
Top 3 places. Italy. Italy is number 1 on the list.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Definitely need to go see Lake Como. You need to do the north and south. I have not been to the south, but my sister and brother-in-law have. I
You
believe-
have to go to Rome.
Yeah,
you
okay,
have
I
to
was
go to
gonna
Rome.
say. If you're a history guy, definitely go do that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Someplace I haven't been, but I would recommend is Croatia.
That coastline.
really?
So a lot of people don't know about it, but if you get down towards the bottom part of Croatia,
It's tropical, like
It's
a paradise.
unbelievable. My friend Mirta and Tico, they are from there. So we're gonna go over there. It's a place, I think it's called Pill. It's just south of there, but it's on the south coast. She showed me pictures. I thought it was fake, but this is where this girl grew up, and it is. It's all tropical, clear blue waters.
Dude.
Unreal.
Croatia just fucked over. I think Macedonia. Macedonia or some. I think it's Macedonia. They're right there, and Croatia just fucking owns the entire coast.
It's beautiful.
They're
yeah.
like
it's
they're
a
like
small
a country,
sliver.
and then they just own the coastline.
Yes.
Yeah.
Across another country.
Yep.
It's like fuck you guys.
Yeah. It is. It
You're
is.
like, you are not taking our coast.
Yes.
It's not a
This is
place a
our
lot of
fucking
people
spot.
here.
No,
of.
it sounds like very Eastern European, like USSR type thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, but like it.
Well,
you see
up
the pictures, and
until-
you're like, what the fuck?
Up until I met them, I mean, not a single day in my life was I like, "Hey, man, I'm going
Croatia,
to
yeah.
Croatia."
Oh, no,
I would
Croatia's
never
on the
say-
list.
that was never on my list. But
Greece too. Greece, I want to go to.
I heard Greece is beautiful,
Yeah.
but another place that I have been, and I think that you need to go
Number
because it, in my opinion, is the overall European experience, and that's Austria, because Austria is smack dab in the middle of all
you get
of
a
it,
couple different.
and you get
full
everything.
experience.
You can get all the cuisines, and it's still good. You can get Italian, you can get the German, you can get the Swiss, you can get it all. It's all right there.
Huh.
Now, what people don't know is Switzerland and Austria, they're directly next to each other, okay? They're the same damn country.
Makes
If
sense.
you are going over there to
Is
go
Austria
smoke-
just cheap Switzerland?
correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Just as beautiful.
Yeah.
Cool sights. Innsbruck's absolutely amazing.
Aren't like they combine like basically the size of Massachusetts? Like they're
yeah,
fucking
it's not very
tiny
big
ass
up
countries.
there. And then you
Yeah.
got
Liechtenstein, which is like a
Liechtenstein.
fucking city.
it is literally, if
Yeah.
you ever find it on a map, good luck. You need
Yeah.
a magnifying glass.
It's right in between Switzerland and Austria, right?
Yes.
It's just that little fucking
It's-
dot.
tiny as can be.
Yeah.
But it's a country, and we drove through it.
It is there.
I've been there.
You blinked.
Yeah,
Like, well,
literally.
shit.
I had, yeah, exactly. I had to pee on the top of the hill, and that was it.
I peed in Liechtenstein.
It's
Oh.
tiny,
Interesting.
but yes, that would
Those
would
are
be
the
my
three.
top. I mean, my ultimate goal is to make it to New Zealand. I talked to you guys about that a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
So I
I'll go
can't
to
comment on it, but I've
Australia.
heard Australia scares me, man, because I'm the kind of guy who will grab the snake that you're not supposed
That's
to grab.
true.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
Yeah, it's a
you
dangerous
could
spot
end
for
up
you.
like
Yeah.
going somewhere and then you're in the outback, like being herded by kangaroos.
Right. The guy would be like, "Hey, don't bite. Don't let that snake bite you." I'd pick it up and bite it.
This
you know?
snake?
Yeah.
Well, no, you'd fall asleep on a sidewalk, and all
Yeah,
of a
snake
sudden
would
one
just.
of the
You'd have a
deadly
snake.
spiders
You have a
gets ya.
snake and a spider fighting on top of your body.
See, that's the problem. I
Yeah.
get drunk too much. Where am I supposed to pass out in Australia?
Yeah.
Australians get drunk so much too, though. I feel like they'll
Yeah.
find they probably just have beds just waiting. Like, hey, this is a snake-free bed.
Australia's Australia's on the list, but if I had to before I died,
New Zealand. a little
I
bit.
did the whole bucket list young. I
Yeah.
did that young. I skydived. I jumped off cliffs. I've done this. I've done that. I've traveled.
Yeah.
I wanted to get it all the fuck out of the
Yeah.
way, but New Zealand's the top.
Makes more sense to do your bucket list when you're younger. And you're
Why not,
like,
man?
it does.
That's what I've
80.
always said.
Knock it
you know?
out.
Yeah, it's not as fun to be skydiving at 80.
No, that poor lady.
Could be. You have more skin to
Maybe.
possibly
like a
Flaps out.
squirrel suit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds like a good time.
It sounds interesting.
All right, Cameron, thank you so much for being on the podcast this
No,
week.
thank you. Thank you for having me.
It has been an honor. You mentioned it a little bit earlier. I want to make sure we got the full shout out. And we, of course, ask all our guests, is there anything you want to promote or recommend? You mentioned earlier North Center Brewing
Yes.
in Northville, Michigan.
Yep, we are located just south of 8 Mile on Center Street, but we've been open around 5 years now. We're bringing in some good beers.
Solid spot.
Couple people could vouch for us.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Sean's a big fan.
me and Heather are beer club members. It's fucking half a mile walk from our spot. It is wonderful. They've definitely come a long way. Best shuffleboard table
Yeah, it's amazing.
I've seen around. It's
It's a family friend business, and everything's local. Everything's Michigan. We try to get most of our hops out of Michigan, depending on season, obviously.
food's been getting better too. So they've been just getting that better.
We
So
got a new chef in there, so
Stepping it
hoping
up.
things work out. Yeah,
crushing it.
absolutely. But I also want to say thank you to guys having me in. It was an absolute pleasure. So
thank you.
I would do this again any day.
Good time,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Cam, absolute pleasure to have you on. Guys, you can email us at apmailpod@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook and on Instagram. On Instagram, we are at A Pizza My Life Pod. Like and subscribe to us on YouTube, all that good stuff. Guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And we will see you next week.
Brendan Fraser.